My name is Kostis. I'm from Greece, and I studied biochemistry and biotechnology back in Greece. And I came here in Glasgow to do my master's on biotechnology and management. Currently, I'm a second year PhD student on Current Lab, and my project is on plant science. Basically, if you see these two beautiful plants there, that's actually one plant in different cycle moments. I do cool stuff with pretty flowers. That's how I resume my PhD to people out of science, to be honest. And I was in your place 2 years ago when you were master students now, either undergrads. I was some years ago earlier. So how is a PhD different? I know that everyone, and I imagine that everyone spoke already about some stuff, so I keep it shorter. You are independent researchers, which means that you are responsible for yourself. You are not a master student or undergrad. You don't have a supervisor that guides you like you're in kindergarten. You have taken the independence and take it, how should I say that politely? Anyway, be a man of yourself or a woman of yourself. That's the truth. You have to be responsible and keep up with what happened in your field. It's your job now. It's not your supervisor, because you're not only for some months in this lab. You're gonna be there for 3 or 4 years. But the lab on the other side supports you in every way possible. For example, my supervisor got me a table computer for the lab so I can work in the lab because I don't have a laptop. I only have a tower PC at home. Got us, most of us, a tablet so we can work better in the meetings and out of the lab as well. So it can be supported in the hardware, but also emotional support from other supervisor, other colleagues, PhD students, postdocs, participating in conferences. Before COVID, we have booked this beautiful conference in summer in Greece, in Crete, and then COVID came and ruined everything. But anyway, yes, we were all waiting for this conference, I think because it was in Crete, in Greece, in summer, not because of the topic, but anyway. And also she offers you opportunities to engage with the public about your research. Here in this photo, actually, it's from the Glasgow Science Festival. With the lab, we have developed in collaboration with other universities as well, a small, like a toy, we call it stoma toy, to teach about stomata in plants for children and younger generations, and an activity book, and also a small cube like you do for yourself, like for kids activities, and we present in schools, and we try to collaborate with STEM. So it gives you an opportunity to reach out to the world about science, not only be closed in your lab. Next, to be honest, to do a PhD, you have to be sure. A PhD is not something you do in 1 year like a master's. It takes 3 or 4 years and demands commitment. It's the most important thing, to be committed. Also, there's no starting working days and hours. To be honest, there are some experiments, especially in our field of life sciences, of biosciences, that you may work weekends, you may work late at night, because some experiments need to be monitored 12 hours or 16 hours later. So it happens to be 3 o'clock in the night, or a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon, which is very frustrating. You'll be stressful and you will, feel pressured. Let's call it like this, because it's always keep up. More work is keeping up with you and it's chasing you. And studentship, if you have one, usually pay much less than industry. Let's be honest. It's just it's not that you're not getting by with it. It's enough and more than enough, but you get paid more in the private sector probably. And also there is a secret that both of the previous PhD students mentioned, that nothing goes according to plan. Nothing works ever. I think this GIF is the most realistic representation of a PhD student, how he goes from laugh to tears. What you should do, especially it's what I thought when I was doing this presentation, I thought about what I did. It was find a topic that you're really excited about. It's not a topic per se, because, for example, in plants, when I was undergrad, I hated them. I really hated them. I didn't like them. I worked with insects as an undergrad. I worked in synthetic biology as a master's, and now I'm working with plants, but I'm working on the field I like, molecular biology and biotech, which is what I like. It's just in different organisms. Like Peter mentioned, science skills are transferable. So whatever is your background in science, if you can prove that you actually understand what's going on, it's not difficult to show up between different disciplinaries of science. Try to read about the topic before you make any decisions, because it's gonna be 3 or 4 years of your life, and it's gonna end soon, and you don't want to quit. Find someone who has a PhD student in a similar field, or has a PhD on a similar field, and bomb them with questions about what do you want to know. You have to ask. Don't be shy. It's about your future. And if you don't ask, how will you learn? I mean, Google doesn't offer everything. And almost everyone, sorry, I forgot how to English. almost everyone mentioned find a PhD. I think it's the most easy to navigate page about finding funded PhDs or not funded. If you have to submit your own proposal, take your time to do it. It's not something you should do overnight. Something you should take your time and take advice how to do it, and form a clear question. A PhD is a clear question with a way, a pathway how to answer it, and search for supervisors and the funding availability that suits to you. As Joyce mentioned, there are specific scholarship either from the country you are, like China, or from the field you look or the university. There are funding opportunities out there. If you are lucky to find a funded PhD, I was lucky enough. Peter mentioned that he was too. You are very very lucky. You don't have to go this process of forming your own proposal. In the end, I have to mention that, although I haven't written that, or haven't written it in the presentation, that while you're a PhD student, you remain a student, and you have to remember that. Take advantage of the sport, take advantage of the societies, learn how to distress yourself. Don't forget that you are still a part of the university. For example, personally, I find it very useful that I participate in sports because it's how I distress myself. It's how I blow off some steam. Although now with Corona, it's difficult, unfortunately. But find ways also to keep yourself calm. Both of the previous speakers, of the PhD speakers, mentioning that you need to find ways to take your mind out of the lab work. Don't be 24 hours there because of 7 days a week, because you will not last long. Trust me, you need to have your own personal time.